Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Abdul Rashid here, Assistant Professor, Subject English, Government Degree College, Madheji, District Shikarpur. My cell number is 0300 585. In my previous lecture, I completed reading and explanation of up to chapter number 18. Now I start chapter number 19. The Prisoner of Zenda, class intermediate. In chapter number 19 of the story, we read that he sees Rupert on the bench holding at bay the servants of Michael. A woman's cry is heard that Michael is dead. Michael is dead. And there is also the sound of Sab's party breaking into the far side of the Newcastle. Now it is as per the plan that was made last night by Rassendil and Sab. Acting upon the plan, Sab enters the Newcastle of Michael, and in 19th chapter we read the sad news of the death of Black Michael, and he is killed by Rupert of Hansa, because Rupert of Hansa wishes to marry Madame de Mauban. Madame de Mauban has become bone of contention between Michael and Rupert of Hansa. So out of jealousy he kills Michael. Madame de Mauban appears on the far side of the bench and determined to avenge Michael's death, fires a revolver at Rupert. Her first shot misses, and as she takes a more deliberate aim for her second, Rupert dives into the boat and swims away. Madame de Mauban is determined to avenge the murder of Michael. He fires at Rupert, but Rupert swims away. Rassendil swims in pursuit and chases him when he leaves the moat to escape through the forest. The wounded Rassendil cannot overtake him, but Rupert seizes a horse from a farm girl and rides back to his Rassendil. Rassendil attacks him fiercely enough to gash his face, but would be at a hopeless disadvantage if the fight continued. Now, Rupert also likes to kill Rassendil, and he rides back to Rassendil and wants to fight him. There is a fight between them, but it could not continue long. Had it continued long, Mr. Anthony observes that Rassendil would have been at loss, because he was tired, he was injured. On the other hand, Rupert of Hansa, a daredevil, he is too fresh. Rassendil is saved, and Rupert has to ride away when Fides comes riding. On seeing Fides riding and firing, Rupert escapes, armed with a revolver. Fides is armed with a revolver. To his rescue, he comes for the rescue of Rassendil. He collapses. Rassendil falls down on the ground, but remains conscious long enough to hear Fides say that the king is still alive. Fides comes near him and informs him that the real king is alive. Now chapter number 20. Fides has been with Sab's party through the night. They were not late into the Newcastle by Johan. as planned, because John had been wounded in the fight between Michael and Rupert. Now, very interesting thing in chapter number 19 and 20, that what plan Rasandal and Sept have made to attack castle and get released the king. The plan does not work, because Rupert enters and makes the mess of the whole thing. Sept and Feds then make their way to the old castle, found the bodies of Urson and Degodet and the doctor and the king unconscious, but likely to be real king. Sept sent Feds in search of Rasandal and put out a story which will explain the events of the night, without disclosing the fact that Rasandal has been posing as the king since the day of the coronation. Now, this was to hide. The secrecy was not to be opened. The story put out is that Michael was confining at Zenda an unnamed friend of the king, and that Michael was killed and the king gravely wounded when the king went to rescue his friend from his illegal detention. However, Princess Philippa insists on seeing the wounded king at once. She is riding to the castle just when Rasandal, supported by Feds, has reached the edge of the forest by the road to the castle. The farm girl, from whom Rupert has snatched the horse. The farm girl, seeing Rasandal and believing him to be the king, runs to the princess, saying that the king is wounded and lying in the nearby bushes. Now that girl sees Rasandal and she believes that he is the real king, and the king is wounded and lying in the bushes near the road. So he comes to Princess Philippa and tells her that the wounded king is lying there. Princess Philippa with Sept walks up to the wounded Rasandal. She comes to Rasandal. He and Sept now have to tell her that Rasandal is not the real king. Chapter number 21 and 22. Rasandal now has to be kept concealed until he secretly leaves Ruritania. He pays farewell to the deeply grateful king, and then has a last painful interview with Princess Philippa. They agree that the interest of the kingdom must be placed before their love. Sept and Feds escort Rasandal to a station across the frontier and bid him goodbye with great affection and respect. Rasandal rests for a time in the Tyrol, letting his friends know his whereabouts to prevent any further inquiries about his disappearance. He returns home and settles down to the quiet life of a country gentleman, broken only by an annual visit to Dresden, where he meets Feds von Tollenem. His soul remaining in contact with his past adventure, Princess Philippa has sacrificed love to duty by marrying the king, because the people love her. This marriage has made the throne secure and assured the internal peace of Ruritania. Now this is the end of the story. In the last two chapters, we learn many things, that the real king is sitting on the throne. Rudolf Rossendel comes back. Firstly, he comes to the Tyrol. The Tyrol, I have already told my students that the Tyrol is mountainous range in Europe, but the most part of it lies in Austria, a very beautiful mountainous scenery. He reached there, takes some rest, then he returns to his home, Park Lane, London, and what he did during the last 2 or more months, he narrates the whole story to the members of the family. And he says that he goes to Dresden, the border town, border city near Zenda, once a year, and Feds also comes from Strelsa to Dresden. They recall their glorious past. They talk about the adventures they did, and they miss Colonel Sapt very much because he is no more in this world. On the other hand, Princess Philippa, though in the beginning she was very much stubborn not to give up her love for Rudolf Rossendel, but for the sake of the country, for the sake of for her people, and for the sake of her royal family, she marries Rudolf Ellsberg V, and peace, harmony, happiness and the joys of the family come back, and they live a happy life. Thank you very much. Inshallah, in my next lecture, I'll come with a comprehensive test. Thank you.